Today we're talking with Karen Colli of Angle & Volkers, and she is an all-star. I can't wait to share with you the different types of prospecting that she's doing. She's been very successful, and can't wait to learn more about her. Check it out. We're here today with Karen Colli, and she's an advisor here with us at Angle & Volkers. She's a fantastic person. I got to know her very well, but I want to get to know her more. And that's the whole point of this today, so we can all get to know who Karen is, what drives her. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Emilio.
You're welcome. Great to see you.
You too.
Thank you. So you've been doing real estate for some time, and
Yes.
you got some experience under your belt, which is fantastic. I mean, what keeps you, like real estate it's a tough gig, right?
It is, yes.
What keeps you going? What keeps you motivated every single day?
I think at the end of the day, what really keeps me motivated is the pleasure I get from when my clients close on their property or my buyers close on their property, and just the satisfaction and just the gratefulness of, towards me for being able to help them with their real estate goals. I think that is something that really drives me. I'm not, quite honestly, driven by money, although money is a wonderful thing, please don't get me wrong, but we have to eat, we have to provide for ourselves, but it's really not, I'm not driven by money. I'm driven by, really honestly, like helping people. And the biggest thing that I get out of real estate is the relationships I've built over time. A lot of my clients have become my friends. And that's that's a satisfying thing for me.
Yeah, absolutely. It happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
Where it's great. We're a community, and when you're out and about and you get to see people, like, it's a really rewarding thing. I hear you. To go with what you were saying, I'm sure this happens too. Like, when you walk a client, like a buyer, in the door of a property and they fall in love with that property, you can see it like right away, right? And you're like, their mind is ticking, like, oh my God, this is where we're gonna be, this is where we're gonna raise our family, this is where it's gonna like happen, right? And that also, I pictured, when you were talking about the rewarding stuff, that's what I pictured. I pictured all that going on. And I can see you doing that because you have a way about yourself. You're very empathetic, very, like, you mesh well with people, you connect with people. So I don't know what else I would see you doing outside of real estate. What else would you be doing?
I have no idea.
Likewise.
I
with you.
started a career after college as a paralegal, doing personal injury litigation, and honestly, the best part of my job was sitting down with the clients and going over everything. And I think building that relationship with the clients was the most rewarding part of that job.
You're a people person.
Yeah, I'm a people person.
One of the first times I ever spoke with you, we were sitting in, we were actually at HomeSmart at the time. We were sitting in the office, and like, I just remember just going back and forth. And I was like, I feel like I know her. Like, do you get that a lot? Do people say, like, Karen, I feel like I know you already. Like, you're just one of those people.
Yeah,
right?
I think people can sense authenticity in a person. So that's I always strive to be authentic.
It's a great quality.
Yeah.
It's a really great quality, especially in today's world. You just don't know out there, and I like that.
Yeah.
So now, you have been doing a really fantastic job, working on drumming up business, talking with people, going out, educating, people. You've been doing, you've been prospecting. And you're doing something called what? Geofarming?
I would, circle prospecting.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much, I get a little bit different than geofarming because it's not on just a specific area.
Got you.
So it's circle prospecting.
Can you explain that? Because when you were telling me about that, I was like, wow, that's really great.
So if we sell a property,
Yeah.
and obviously, once it's sold, or even when it gets listed or goes under contract, a good thing to do is reach out to that area,
They're paying attention. They
that
know.
neighborhood,
Smart.
and calling them and just letting them know, hey, we just sold a property in your neighborhood. We sold it for this much. It was on the market for this many days. And then basically what they'll ask me questions about the property. And then what I'll offer them is doing a free home valuation for them. So basically just come into your house, view your property, go back to the office, do a detailed market analysis for you so that you know what your value is right now.
Yeah.
Because every house that sells in your neighborhood affects your value.
100%.
So I offer something of value to them with no obligation. And some people, honestly, they're toying with selling, but they're not quite sure.
Yeah.
So, I will just go to their home and sit down and talk to them and kind of figure out what are they looking for, what do they want to do? Do they want to move up? Do they want to downsize? Where would they like to move to? How many bedrooms do they need? Just to kind of get an idea of what it is, what is their real estate need. And then, I'll present the market analysis to them and we can discuss it. And from there, basically, they kind of make a decision. Are they ready to sell now, or do they want to wait a little longer? But I try to just build that rapport with them.
It's a fantastic service. And I can tell you, like, anytime I see a house sell in my neighborhood, I've got access to MLS. I can see that information. But had I not, I wouldn't want to depend on the big websites to tell me what they think my home is worth when they haven't been in the home. They don't know the market, where it's going, where it's been, all of that stuff. You can't always go off of an algorithm. Maybe one day, but not yet. It's not completely there. So, we see stuff with those automated pricing and whatnot that are off anywhere from 7 to 15, 20% sometimes, even more, which sounds crazy, but it happens. I see it all of the time. So I see tremendous value in what you're doing. And if nothing else, you're meeting people and you're helping people and you're planting seeds for the long run, which I admire that. I really do. When you told me about that the other day, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I've heard of it, but I don't know anyone else that's doing it.
Right.
It's crazy, right? Like, because it seems like something so simple, but it's not necessarily.
Right.
What is it like, picking up the phone, calling strangers? Did you have a hard time with that at first, or is that something that just kind of just came to you, or something that took time? Tell me what that's like.
I think at first it was a little bit difficult, but now the way I look at it is I take out all expectations. Because I take out expectations. Okay, I just want to, what I'm looking for when I'm calling people is someone who needs real estate help, whether it's questions about what's happening in the market or what's my home worth, or I'm just looking to talk to people that, maybe thinking of selling. I'm not, pushy, I'm not aggressive. I'm just like, hey, this is, this is what I'll do for you. So I don't go in it, I go in it to just talk to people.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that there's been times where you met somebody or spoke with someone that was like, hey, you know what, I was actually thinking about refinancing. Do you have a mortgage professional? Or, hey, I need a contractor. So I'm sure when you're talking with these people, you go over a whole list of stuff, which, by the way, I love, because guess what? Now you're helping them to achieve their goals. You're helping the local economy.
Right.
Because, and then what you're doing is you're drumming up a wonderful rapport with all those other business people, and you're building your network that ultimately gives back to you.
Exactly.
That's a beautiful thing. That's such like a solid business model, Karen. And like, I see your business continuing the trajectory, continuing to go up, because that's where it's all at. That's where the rubber meets the road.
Right.
I love that. I love that. Thanks for sharing that. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what are some of the other things that that you found out there? Like what type of market do you like to? What's your niche?
That's a good question. My niche is definitely single family residential. I mean, I've had a lot of buyers buy multifamilies. I, in the past, sold a 6-unit in Woonsocket. In the past, I sold a 2-unit in Providence. But I think I'm more geared to single family.
What do you like about it?
What do I like about it? I think it's just, I love going into, and I like to go into the neighborhoods of where I'm familiar with. Like Lincoln, born and raised, lived there my whole life. I know Lincoln. So I love, going into Lincoln. I love, kind of trying to, talking to people, homeowners in Lincoln. Also Smithfield. I've sold many homes in Smithfield. Just sold last year a $645,000 house that was actually someone I called on the phone. Yeah,
Love it. 2 great markets, by the way.
And I am very close friends with those people still.
That's awesome.
So, I love showing those higher end houses. I love going in there. I love showing them. I put some piano music playing, and I try to I have some food spread out.
You create an experience.
I create an experience.
It's huge.
Yeah, and I do love. Obviously, I love the, those types of homes, but, I also have clients of homes, in the high 2s that I'm helping sell. I've had clients in the, my clients that have bought in the mid 2s as well. So I don't think I have a certain price range.
Yeah, no, just basically single family, right?
Just single family, yeah.
So I find myself gravitating to single family homes too, even though like you sold dozens of multifamilies like on a regular basis. I mean, we're lucky in Rhode Island to have all of those multifamilies, right?
Right.
Do you find like a lot of your folks that are your clients that are purchasing single family homes ultimately want to start investing in other areas of real estate and then they go to buy multifamily homes for like an auxiliary income? Or do you find that they're just mainly, one home, white picket fence? What is your...
Yeah, I would say the majority are just one home. But I do have a few clients that are thinking of a multi to invest in. I have one of my clients that I helped last year buy a multi near, what is that school? I'm forgetting the name of the school.
What town?
The Hospitality College.
JWU, Johnson Wales.
Yes, okay, so I helped my clients invest. They were from Boston, came in, they bought a property close to the school. They actually they rent out the upstairs to all college kids.
Oh, it's
and
big business in Providence.
Right, so they're super happy. It was a really nice, property, and they want to continue to grow. And they actually just sent me a referral recently. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that happens quite a bit. You give people a great experience, then you get referrals to the business. So what are your goals? Where do you plan on taking your real estate career?
I don't look at quantity more than I look at quality. So I'm not one that is saying, oh, I want to close 50 houses this year. Okay, I'm more of I want to help as many people as I can to realize their real estate goals. I think my goal this year too is you know, to work with both buyers and sellers, but I'm really trying to infiltrate my area of Lincoln to become like the go-to agent.
Love it. Yep.
Because I know Lincoln, I graduated Lincoln High School. I'm not going to tell you when, but I did graduate from there. So, you know, infiltrate the, you know, Lincoln and, you know, Cumberland and Smithfield and North Smithfield, Greenville, where I've sold a lot of houses, really become that go-to agent.
Absolutely. So with all of, there's 600 plus brokerages in Rhode Island. Out of all of the places you could have gone, you chose to rest your hat, hang your license, be a part of the team at Engel and Volkers. So what was it about Engel and Volkers that was like, you know what, this feels like some place that I want to be?
Well, I think one of the things is community. So I was looking for a community, meaning real estate advisors that encourage each other, work together. There's no competition.
Close to the chest, like, oh, I'm not sharing this.
Yeah, there's not like that, you know, competition type of feeling. It's homey.
Yeah.
It feels to me like a home.
Yeah.
So where I walk in the door and everybody's like, you know, hey, how's it? You know, everybody, we all know each other, we all care about each other. That's really what I was looking for.
That's awesome, and that's exactly what we want to build. And it's so funny, like, thank God, like, everybody feels that way, and we love that, and that's so important, because you've walked into offices before that everybody is like, so, like I said, close to the chest with everything. They don't want to share, they don't want to collaborate, but there's so much business to be had out there, and I feel like working together, exchanging ideas, helping one another, I feel like that's like 2021, that's 2025, like that's real estate advisors need to stick together, right? Because as the tech companies come in and as all of these other consumer options start to happen, which aren't always, by the way, better for the consumer, we need to realize how to educate the consumers about this, and we need to come together, whether it's different companies, different people, whatever. So I agree with you. I really like that too. The collaborative effort, you know, multiple minds are better than one. And
you're not lost in the shuffle. You're not lost in the...
I love that you just said that. You're the second person today that I was speaking with that said that.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that's how I feel. I'm not lost in a shuffle.
And like, that's how I feel too.
Yeah. Like, I know if you had an event, I could walk into that event and I'd feel like part of this.
We are.
And this is what, this is my, this is because I am a people person, and because I think relationships are so important to me. I need that. So that's really, you know, one of the biggest things. And I think also what I can now offer my clients as far as service, because it's just high level service, high level.
Absolutely. Yeah, so Karen, it was awesome getting to know you more and more and more. I'm really excited to be working with you. I think you bring a lot to the table. I know you bring a lot to the table, and I can't wait to see you continue to blow up and take over your market. Lincoln, Smithfield, Cumberland, North Smithfield area. Those are beautiful places, and it helps so much to have somebody that knows the schools, knows the communities, knows, hey, go to this place, you want to have a good bite to eat, this and that. So, you know, if anybody has questions, they can simply go to eastgreenwich.evrealestate.com. They can go ahead and check the advisor section out, and you can pull up Karen's profile. So, good stuff. Check her out, give her a call. Awesome. Thanks, Karen.
Thank you,
Great job.
Emilio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.